Hi, I'm Zach Little, and I'm here with Perry Norton, who is the Executive Director of Hope on Haven Hill, and we are sitting inside a yet unnamed van. Does it have a name?
Well, I think we need to name it now. I think it's, Kenny Bunk Supports Hope Van or something.
That's a pretty good name. I was thinking like Van Morrison.
Ooh!
Can you tell me a little bit about the need that this van is fulfilling?
Yeah, so, we at Hope on Haven Hill, we're taking care of women who are homeless and imminently homeless in all of our programming, including residential programs and outpatient programs. And so the majority of all of our women have Medicaid if they're insured. And the way that they get to appointments in all varieties of ways are usually either the bus system or Medicaid CTS rides. And what happens, and what has happened chronically in the past several years for especially our outpatient clients, is they're unable to get to their appointments. They're unable to sometimes get to our appointments for their intensive outpatient programming. They're unable to come to be admitted because there's a shortage, and the CTS, the driving system, is a little bit flawed and sometimes unsafe. And so the women aren't picked up either on time and or at all. And so this is going to give us the ability. We became certified with the state of New Hampshire to be registered drivers for this very program of all the Medicaids. And so now we're able to provide transportation so that our clients in all programs do not miss any of their appointments, any of their prenatal appointments, their primary care appointments, their appointments with us. They're able to not miss them. We did have a woman that missed 3 prenatal appointments, which is a big deal when you're pregnant, especially because she was in her 3rd trimester. So it meant she basically missed 3 weeks of important prenatal care appointments because she never got picked up. And when that happens in our residential programs, we often will just hop in our own cars to bring them. But if it's our outpatient clients, that doesn't happen because, they could be anywhere, they live anywhere, and we didn't have that ability. And so this way they can schedule specifically with us. We can make sure that they get to their appointments, and it's just going to be, wonderful.
So one concept that we have talked about at work is barrier reduction. Mm-hmm. And I think it's an important thing for people to understand, because when we talk about barrier reduction, people who are trying to get better, the things that they have difficulty accessing are the things that we most take for granted. Mm-hmm. And access to transportation is huge.
Yeah, oftentimes it becomes it's so easy to give up when you're doing all the right things and that system is the barrier. So that system that's supposed to transport you has a kink in it and isn't able to do it. So then what are you to do? You miss your appointments. You miss the chance to be, have a healthy, cared for pregnancy. You miss the chance. When they miss medical assisted treatment, MAT, appointments, they can miss out. That puts them at so much risk if they're not taking their medications, for relapse, for if they're pregnant, for poor fetal outcomes, if they're not able to get to that appointment so that they can get their medication. It's actually life-threatening.